While we're in the tortoise cage, bro. Come over here, bud. Let me see if there's a cactus in the back. You keep filming.
So it's 10 seconds of this tortoise while he's doing his thing.
She's looking for him. That's cute.
Where are you, Justin?
Justin, you better bring me a cactus.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. 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 When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it.
Alright, so dudes, this is the largest tortoise in the world. Are you that? Can you chill out for a second? Just wait for a second. Let me do the intro first. Dudes and dudettes, we're back at Cold-Blooded Kingdom. We wanted to show you, well, first of all, we could back up real quick because she's going to want this food. Look at this 16-footer. We were here like a couple days ago, bro. So this stuff is all on the way because they're continuously building. Like I said, they're constantly changing this place up because they want to make it better for the stuff that they have here that they keep. There's another normal phase lace over here. So we'll run through these guys here. This one here that's sleeping, look, a little sleeping giant. Look at this here. Oh, you don't have the things on this one. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay, so that's a lace monitor, normal face. And then this one right here is actually called a super bells. So the regular bells face lace monitor like we fed last time, which is Claude down here, he's sleeping too. Everybody's getting tired. It's later on. So homeboy here, they're all probably pissed off. They were messing with him. But you can see on the normal bells, they have the black flecks all over the yellow patterning. The super bells back up here is actually just a much cleaner. So it's through selective breeding that this happens. And you can see the pattern on them between, this is more of like a whitish, but I'm gonna call it yellow. It's like a whitish yellow, but you can see no flecks on it. So it's a very clean pattern versus a very busy pattern on these guys. Still both gorgeous. My favorite is still the normal phase lace monitors. I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm used to seeing them like that over where they come from in Australia, where everybody's lucky to live. I want to live in Australia. But those are actually my favorite. I don't know why. I love the pattern. I love the way they look. Just everything about them. It's just my favorite style of lace monitor. Now over here, we got the largest tortoise in the world, ladies and gentlemen. So, you guys commonly see, I'm sure, spur-thigh tortoises or spurred tortoises. There is a spur-thigh tortoise and there's a spurred tortoise. The spurred tortoise is what everybody calls a spur-thigh tortoise, which is a sulcata, and that's the third largest tortoise. This is the largest tortoise in the world, and this is romaine lettuce. This is not what you should be feeding a Galapagos tortoise because it's not really getting what it needs from it. Here, come on, mama. You wanted this so bad and now you don't want it? I think it's because you're too close. I don't want to poke you in them. Here, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not gonna do anything. Go ahead. Eat it. I'm gonna be quiet for a second so she'll eat it. She's like, F you, where's my cactus? Do you not want it? I know, it's late. I mean, but you look like you were interested. So this is the largest tortoise in the world. They come from the Galapagos Islands. These guys are actually critically endangered where they come from. And if you want to learn more about these guys, I am going to teach you right now that you can go on the internet and find some really good sources, and if you actually do your fact checking and run those sources, you can find out a lot about this tortoise and where they come from. And I'll give you a guess. It's the fucking Galapagos Islands. Yeah, that's right. Most of the stuff on that island, on the Galapagos over there, they are critically endangered. The iguanas that they have over there, the marine iguanas that they have over there, the land iguanas, these tortoises, critically endangered. So we do have populations of these in captivity. Luckily enough that we do, because eventually, somewhere along down the road in this timeline of doom and gloom that we have as people destroying the planet, eventually you're not going to be able to see these things in the wild. They do make conservation efforts for these things, and that's why you know, it's extremely important for us to have populations in the States and in other countries, so that we can ensure if anything goes down too seriously, that we can mitigate the problem by reintroducing some of these guys back into the wild. Now, this is the largest tortoise in the world, like I said. These guys get extremely... Oh, you're gonna eat now. There you go, bud. See, it just took a little bit. See? Yeah, don't be afraid of Brian. It's okay, he just, you know, it's his beard. He's afraid of his beard. It's a guy with a beard and a mustache. So,
Also goes together.
these guys here, like I said, largest tortoise in the world. After that comes the Aldabra, and then after that, the third largest tortoise in the world is the sulcata. And those are very commonly produced here in the States. And my issue with breeding sulcata tortoises is that they have lots of babies all the time. Babies are sold all over the place. They're very cute and cuddly, and they're tiny when you get them, just like little tiny guys. And a lot of people buy them, and as soon as they get big, they off them. We get more sulcatas than any other rescued reptile on the face of this earth. Every single year we get more and more and more sulcatas. So between my buddy Troy and myself, there's sulcatas literally everywhere. Now, for the Galapagos tortoise, this lettuce is doing nothing but just giving her a treat because I was here. But realistically, these guys are feeding on mostly cactuses. And there is a couple of different species of cactus that grow here in Florida really well. And these guys here in the shop, they grow those cactus in the back so that they can feed this tortoise what it needs. Because between the lettuce that it's going to get, it's not like most other tortoises where you can just feed it grains and call it a day. These guys actually do need that cactus so they can get the proper weight and all that good stuff. Now, surprisingly enough, this is not... Let me help you out there, big girl. I know you're going to try and pull your face back in, but I want to get this piece of wood out of your mouth. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. All right. So this one's actually available. So this is not a shop mascot. This one is actually for sale. So if anybody's interested in a Galapagos tortoise, they cannot go across state lines. This is going to be a Florida sale. So if you're in Florida and you're interested, here's a big one right here. And let me let you know a little secret. You better have some deep pockets, because these things are not cheap, and they shouldn't be, because they're extremely critically endangered, like I said, and anybody that has them or keeps them should be extremely responsible with everything that they do, because we need to conserve the species to the best of our ability. Now, I'm going to show you guys some other stuff here in the shop. It's going to be a quicker episode because Josh is constantly building out and constantly changing everything in the shop. So if we do a swing around here, we can see like materials everywhere. There's stuff everywhere, and we'll walk around here for a second. So all this stuff just got pulled in because the shop is closed, and then I just barge in when they're closed. So all this stuff usually goes outside. This stuff's, you know, all the stuff they sell out front. So everything's closed up. Don't hide. You don't have to hide. It's perfectly fine. So same setup as before. All these animals are the same as before. The only difference is now everything is being built incredibly quickly. So they even have new stuff. I don't even know what that one is. That's a new smaller one. So we got some smaller ones now. We got the bigger ones coming along. These guys were set up. They got the wire in. Now they got their attachments in. So like I said, guys, if you guys want to buy enclosures like this, they come with everything. So like if you flip it around, the lights go in here. You're not going to be able to see it, but they actually cover the lights so that you don't get the glare from the lights through the glass, so you can actually enjoy the animals without having a light bulb in your eye. But these plug in the back, and then you get the plug or the buttons in the front. So you pretty much set these guys up, and that's it. Set it and forget it. So as far as enclosures go, really, really good enclosures. But the guy never stops, bro. He literally never stops. I'm gonna take you in the back one of these days. Right now, they literally just bought a ton of shit, so they're rearranging everything. But this is the quarantine room. We're actually gonna treat some snakes, so we'll probably do that in a minute, and we'll film that too. But real quick, before we do that, we're going to feed 3 more shop mascots, and then we'll treat these snakes, and we'll get out of here, and we'll come back for a later date for another episode so that we can show you guys this side with all the, oh, there's one right there. Look at that. There's a little Leachianus gecko. There's another one. And these guys are the largest of the New Caledonian species. So these are Rhacodactylus geckos. So Rhacodactylus is the family that they're in. So you got Rhacodactylus, the crested geckos, chahuas, the Leachianus geckos, and the gargoyle geckos. All of those are in the Rhacodactylus family. And then, oh, here's a little gargoyle right here. Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy right there. So there's a gargoyle. There's a gargoyle. There's a Leachianus gecko. Another lychee. Another lychee, another lychee, and then based off locale, they have different colors, and they, you know, some are brighter, some are a little bit darker, some are a little bit bigger, some are a little bit smaller, but those are all in the same species. And then you got these guys down here. This is a day gecko, but as far as your leaf-tail geckos, those are all in the Uroplatus family. So you have all these different leaf-tail geckos: Mossy leaf-tail, Satanic leaf-tail, Spearpoint leaf-tail geckos. Then you have the Hankley, the giant leaf-tail geckos. All of those are in the Uroplatus family. So I want to show you guys these at a later date, because we're going to turn the lights on, but everything's pretty much hiding right now because it's getting later. And then obviously we have all this stuff in the shop because we have more stuff being built. This wasn't even here. We were here a couple days ago. These guys have problems. I think Josh has got a disease called let's build everything quickly as possible. But I like to see it because it actually really does make the shop better. Like, I mean, dude, like Claude was here, and now he's got 16 feet to do whatever he wants, and they're going to add some stuff into that enclosure. But realistically, to see a shop that cares that much about their animals and is willing to spend that much money to keep the stuff that they have. So it's like coming to a reptile shop and you can buy whatever you need, but at the same time, it's like being at a zoo because you get to see all kinds of stuff that you normally don't get to see. And a lot of the stuff they have here is super rare, and you won't catch it in a normal pet store. Like even like the bull snake. The little bull snake right here. I say little, it's a giant bull snake right there. But stuff like that, that's a rare snake. I mean, you do see them, but generally speaking, you're not going to see those in the pet stores. And I do not believe he's going to sell that guy right there. So, but we're going to show you that on the next episode. So what we're going to do now is we're going to feed a couple mascots, like I said, and then we're going to go back, treat some snakes, and we're out of here. All right, let's do it. Boom. All right, so per our last video, dudes, we got Claude, and now we have Maud. And look at him, he's over here courting. He's still wanting to court. He's still wanting to bang that thing. And for anybody that wanted to see that, go to the Instagram. We didn't put it on the end screen, somebody made a comment. I meant Instagram, and then we said end screen, and it got a little muddy, but if you want to see a little lizard porn, go to my Instagram, it's on there. It's these two locked up. And that's courting behavior right there. So he's going to do a little something. He's probably going to get on that. Yeah, that's right. So we got Claude and Maud. Maud won, because there was like 20 comments for Maud, so sorry ladies and gentlemen, Maud won. So we got Claude and Maud. Now, we're gonna go over here, and we got Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which I thought was pretty good names. And then we got Shane in the back here, handing off another one for El Diablo down at the bottom. Thank you very much, Shane.
No problem.
Oh, you smelled that already. Here you go, bud. So this is a Cape white throat monitor. You guys want to know where they come from? Maybe you want to take a guess? Is it from the Cape? It sure is. It sure is. Hey, don't fight over it. Hey, no, don't do that. Hey, Big Daddy. You guys can't eat the same one at the same time. That's not how it works. Look, now you guys are going to be graphic. Here, I got one right here. I got one right here. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be like this. You're going to... Here, come here, you big lug. Alright, I'm going to take it from both of you. And get in the middle. Stab it. Here. Good job, big guy. Look at that. You almost got the fake. Well, geez, you know, just because she. Look, I'm going to keep your attention because you're going to try and go steal that one over there. No, big guy. So these are Cape white throat monitors. This is about as. They're maxed out. This is about as big as they're going to get. Much like the black throats. Aha, no. And those are from Tanzania. I'm not giving you another one. This one's for El Diablo, bud. This one's for El Diablo. So these are actually a really good monitor for, like, I'm not going to say beginners, but it is an easier monitor because they don't get all that big, but they do get big and like bulky. They get bulky as shit. So these are kind of maxed out. They're not going to get much bigger than they are. He's still looking for food. He's not very aggressive, but he's looking for food. No, you're not going to eat the hand. You're not going to eat the hand. Should we test the bite force out on a big guy like you? Huh? Should we test it out? That's kind of what we do, right? He's still looking around for it. He smells the other one in my hand. So we got the female over here, big boy right here. And those guys are gonna hopefully make babies. They have made babies before, so that is a proven pair. These are not available. These are other shop mascots. It looks like you guys sparked up real good. Yeah, you woke up right away for that. So these are South African. These guys right here. The black throat monitors come from like, it is also an African species. So those are usually coming in from Tanzania, but there is some people here in the States that do locally breed those guys. So support those guys, support your local breeders. That's the best way to do it. And this is El Diablo. El Diablo is a water dragon. So this is a, not water dragon, I am fucking so off on that one. It's a water monitor, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a, does anybody know the locale on this one?
Not sure.
Okay, so there's a bunch of different locales for the water monitors. Let's see if they'll jump up for it. There you go, good job. Oh, all right, it's already, we just thought it out. You don't have to kill it. It's like totally, yeah, okay, kill it. So this is, normally when you see a water monitor, we'll do, Sue Young's the water monitor in the back, right?
Sue Young's the one right here, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll show you Sue Young next time. Sue Young is gigantic. She's an Asian water monitor as well. And so there's different locales. You have Sulawesi, you have all these different locales. I'm not going to get into the whole geographical thing, but some get bigger than others as far as the Asian water monitors go. But generally, like when you see Sue Young on the next episode, you'll see the regular pattern of these guys. This is a melanistic Asian water monitor. So they call them black dragons. That's why I got f***ed up. And I was like, it's a fucking water dragon. There are water dragons out there. This is not a water dragon. It's a water monitor. So this guy's not fully grown yet, but he is sexually mature. He can breed. He can produce. So we're going to be looking for a female for this guy right here. And he's actually very sweet, but anytime that you got food around, they're going to be hypersensitive because I got the smell of rat on me. So of course he's going to want that. But I've actually had him out many times. I've gotten some kisses from him. If I still have the video, then we'll pop it up. If I have it on my phone. If not, please don't get angry at me. But if I do have the video, I'll pop it up on the phone there. And these guys can be incredibly good animals as well as far as monitors go, but they can be incredibly dangerous as well too, just because of the size that they get, and they do need a lot of space, and they do need a lot of water. Generally speaking, these guys will go to the bathroom in the water, so there's a big old jug and they got to change this water every single day, which is good and bad because it helps because you don't have to clean the cage as much, but you do have to empty the water out a bunch. So if you had a big water tub like this, it becomes a pain in the ass. So that's El Diablo right there. Yeah, because you're so mean. You're such a mean boy. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there's the mascots right there. Last thing we got to do is treat a couple of southern white-lip pythons. You got your northern white lips, your southern white lips, and we're about to go treat 4 southern white lips. So I'm gonna help Josh out real quick, and then we're done. Boom. All right. You got it? All right.
Yeah, we're rolling.
We're so on right now? Okay. Alright, so we're in the quarantine area, and we got one snake that we're a little worried about that we're going to treat. Everybody else is doing fucking phenomenons, so we're not worried about fucking anybody else right now. But we got this guy down here, and what I'm going to do, and what I suggest anybody to do with collections, and especially having a quarantine room, is what you want to do is I'm going to do this inside the cage for a good reason, like especially with the pythons having the respiratory, we don't want to spread anything around. And we have a big quarantine room back here. I say we, Josh, man of the hour, has a big quarantine room back here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna treat this fool right in here. And this is a southern white-lip python. And people are used to seeing the northern white-lip pythons that are much more gold. Those are the D. Alberts. These are the southerns. These ones tend to be a little bit more on the, I'm not going to say tame, but their disposition is a little bit better. Quick treat, and I'm going to close it up as quickly as possible, and I'm going to go straight to the sink. Make sure that I don't touch anything with my hands. I'm going to throw this trash, right Josh? Trash. Alright, so see, I didn't touch anything with my hands, and then I'm gonna wash my shit real good. And the reason that I do it inside, by the way, that was Baytril that we used. And we are using 5 mgs per kg on that. So we already weighed the snake. We did all that because you guys have seen that 1,000 times on all the videos. So you don't need to see the math or anything like that. But we do 5 mgs per kg and we're doing that for 10 days with the Baytro. We're doing that orally. Generally, I would do injections, but since that guy's a little bit thin, there's a bunch of other Southerns here that are doing great. That was the only one that seemed to have a problem. And just because of his weight, I don't want to stick a needle in him, because with the Baytro, if you zap him and you miss that muscle, then you're gonna blow a hole in it, and he's a little bit skinny. So we're gonna do the oral. It takes a little bit longer. The injection works a lot faster, but it's gonna be the same thing at the end of the day. So what we're doing is basically dosing for the next 10 days, and then hopefully he pops out of that funk, gets rid of the respiratory infection, and then he'll be good to go. And I'll stay here for probably another 3-4 months. I'm not even sure Josh is selling these, so I'm not sure if he's gonna have any Southerns available. They were coming around back in the day often. Now you can't really find them, so I think he's saving the Southerns that he has for himself for his own collection. Are you gonna have any Southerns available?
Yeah, we do. We're gonna have
Psych.
some adults available.
They're gonna have some adults available. So if you guys want some Southerns,
Few adults.
we got 1 baby and a few adults. So if you guys want some Southern white lips, contact Josh. CBK, Cold-Blooded Kingdom. We're gonna put all the links in the description as we always do. So go ahead and hit them up. Trust me guys, you want some good stuff, this is where you get it. Boom, out. All right. You got my crickets up there? Oh shit, I need my... He's still filming. Ba 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 ba.